Hi, I'm Ravi from Autowave. So in this video, we're going to be connecting into a DQ200 Mechatronic Polo gearbox module. So I've got the module here set up on the bench already, and I'm going to be using the OBD Star G3. Now, this function can also be done on the OBD Star DC706, and there's various reasons why you'd want to do this. So I'm going to read the data from this particular device. So if I show you what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a P004 adapter. This comes with the DC706, and it also comes with the OBD Star G3. That's the adapter I'm going to use. Now we can use pin out adapters. As you'll see, this is the actual box. We've got the connector here. This can be done in situ on the vehicle, so I can pin out onto the connectors using the connectors that I get inside the box, again, of both the DC706 or the G3, or I can use the vehicle specific or gearbox specific connector. So this is the DQ200, and it's the OAM/OCW TCM001 connector. Now you can buy a 7-in-1 connector kit, which is what I would normally use, but I have the individual cable. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use this one. So if we go onto the OBD Star device, I'm going to go into my ECU flasher function. I'm going to select TCM. Now I've used a system called PartsLink to get the details of which gearbox module this is. However, what you can do is you can look at the original number and simply put that into Google, and it will tell you what version of DQ200 gearbox it is. If you look here, we've got the original part number there as well. So so it tells you it's got the original part numbers, which is 0AM. Starts with 0AM 927769D. Knowing that this is the DQ200 and it's the 0AM, I'm going to go to brand, select VW. Now this is from a 2012 Polo. I'll select DQ200, and you see I've got a few options. I've got the DQ200 there. I've got two options which both say OAM. So I'm going to go with the top one. And if this one doesn't work, I'll just go on to the next one. So first thing I do is I'm going to hit guide. Now in the guide, it shows you the actual how to connect and what to connect to. So, and it gives you the functions of this particular transmission module. So as you'll see on the screen, it tells us we need to use a good power supply. We can read and write the internal flash. We can read and write the internal and external EEPROM. We can turn the immobilizer on or off. And we can also write the VIN and decrypt the IMO data. What I actually want to do is I just want to read the EEPROM and flash. That's the function that I need to do in this particular video. It also shows you the schematic. So if I was to use the MP001 connector, which I get inside the box of the G3, it's got how I'd connect. Also the P003, and then also with the P004. So it shows you the schematics of the P004, and that's the adapter that I'm using. Now I generally would use the P004 when I'm reading a gearbox, because I use the specific connectors, and that connector can go into the end of the P004. If you didn't use the connectors, as you can see, you've got another cable which is shown on the screen which will allow you to pin out, but we don't need to do that. So if I go back and then I actually click to pin out, select the P004 adapter, which is what I'm going to be using, it shows me a picture of the module and the box. Obviously, I've got it all complete. It's got my connector pin out. So there's only can high, can low, 12 volt and ground. There's only a few pins that you need to actually pin out to. And if I go to special connector, it shows me TCM001, which I can see the label TCM001 on my connector. So I'm going to go ahead, press start first, let that load in, and I'm going to go ahead and connect this device. Now one thing which is quite important is on the P004 you've got a couple of dip switches. So when I just go to guide, it shows me the position of the dip switches. So if I scroll all the way down to P004, it shows on and off on the screen. So that means I'm going to go off with the second one. So we've got on and off. So that's according to the diagram on the screen. That's actually for resistance. So sometimes with the CAN network, you have to trick the device to think that there's other things connected to the CAN network allowing you communication. But ultimately, you just follow the instructions. I'm going to connect this up. So I'll connect my transmission connector into there, and I'll connect my OBD connector from my device into here. As you'll see, you've got a power port on the side. I'm going to connect my power supply into there, And then I'm going to connect directly on to the actual control unit. And there you go, slides on nicely. So it's a specific connector for this particular control unit. Right then, so I'm going to hit connect so I can connect into the transmission module. You need to be connected to the internet, which I am. So it's just connecting to the server, and then we'll allow the functions to begin. Okay, so it told me to switch the ignition off. Now on the top of the P004 adapter, this little switch here, that's the ignition switch. So the ignition is off at the moment. I'm going to hit OK. It says after tapping yes, turn the ignition on. I'm going to tap yes and then ignition on. And then you'll see on the screen, obviously it's going to communicate with the module. So now it says switch ignition off. So I'm going to switch the ignition off. Okay. It says after tapping yes, switch ignition on, which I will do the same. So as you can see on the screen, it says security verification in progress. So now it's obviously just it's just trying to gain access to the transmission module. Right, so it's done what it needs to do. It's connected to the module, and now it's going to allow us to read and write whatever data we want to do. So the additional options are now highlighted in black. We can turn the IMO on, IMO off, do exactly what I had said earlier in the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the EEPROM and the flash. So if I hit read external EEPROM, this is just going to very quickly read the EEPROM. EEPROM data is a lot smaller than flash data, so this function is quite quick, but when we read the flash data, it will take a little bit more time. It gives me a standard file name to actually save as, which I'm going to do because it's a time and date stamp. So now I'm going to read the internal EEPROM. So as you can see, it's just making progress on the screen. Now, very important, you've got a stable power supply, you've got solid connections, and you're obviously in an environment that's not going to affect any of the connections. Again, it's got a standard file name. I'm going to save it as a standard file name. And now we're going to read the internal flash. So this sometimes takes a little bit longer. Okay, so now it's read the flash file. It's taken a little bit longer, which is quite normal because there's a lot more data. It's given us a suggested file name. So I'm just going to hit OK. It saved the file now. So now I've read the external EEPROM, internal EEPROM, and internal flash. So if I wanted to do any kind of module cloning, or I wanted to interrogate that data, I've got that on my device. Okay, so now before I finish any of the functions, I need to disconnect from the device. So if I hit disconnect, I must do that, turn the ignition off before I disconnect my plugs, and that's a safe way to do it. So now I've got the DQ200 Mechatronic DSG box. I've got the data saved onto the OBD Star device to do whatever I please with. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below.